We got this chunky vid from Internet Storm. Oh god. It's been a minute since we watched one of their vids. This came out like 5 days ago. 5, 6 days ago. What day is it? Yeah. 5 days ago. Uh, me constantly confused what day it is. Ever given, ever taken away. Is this about that thing that got stuck? And like fucked up everybody's shipping and it I vaguely remember something about that. Didn't it happen multiple times? Or am I tripping? Anyway, let's get into it. It's a beefy, chunky vid.
This video was made possible by Saley and some
Never
very
heard of 'em.
patient people over at Patreon.
Okay, music fades in.
My friend, let me weave you a tale
Oh god.
of a windswept night beyond the old Egyptians.
Oh, again, I should apologize if you can hear my air conditioning. But I cannot turn it off. It's too hot. The last time I streamed with it off, I almost suffered a heat stroke or two. So I couldn't do it. So yeah, that's why if you can, I tried to see if it was like bad sounding, but me and audio don't mix when it comes to streaming or recording. So if you hear it, I'm sorry. But I can't turn it off. I'll die.
Sands, where the water plays coy with the shore, and the coy are sure to play in the water.
Oh my god.
Where the desert wolves make love to the moon.
Next page. Exterior day.
This is the Suez Canal. Undeniably, Egypt's most famous body of water. Nothing bad ever happens here.
Oh god.
Oh, except for that.
Yeah, I paused it because we just know. Like, every time that sentence has been spoken about something, somewhere, or someone, immediately afterwards, like, catastrophe has happened. It is the laws of the universe, honestly.
At one time.
Oh.
Okay, so there's a ship, and it's called the Ever Given. And it's going up the Suez Canal really, really fast, probably. And you think that, well, the Port Authority would call up, and they'd be like,
Captain, you are going way too fast.
but the captain, he's wicked sick cool, so he's like,
They're just jealous of my passion for going fast through critical trade infrastructure.
Increase speed. If you will not slow down, prepare to meet the full might of the Egyptian military.
two of Egypt's fastest fighters scramble on the runway.
No.
But the
Stop.
captain kept adding power.
Faster! The people of Europe need these Chinese
Hit that
knockoffs
turbo
of
boost.
European goods.
And they got all sorts of technology to go like
Be fast
top
and
speed.
furious
Go faster.
over
I
here.
beseech you.
But everyone on the crew
Welcome
was
back,
loving it.
Yumi.
Yeah, go faster. But then,
Look out! Someone left a ramp in the middle of the canal.
I ain't afraid of nothing.
Oh my god.
it was at this point that the captain chose to do a wicked sick jump. Lens flare. But they overshot it. They were gonna collide with a gently sloping sandy bank. They threw on the handbrake,
Drop anchor!
handbrake.
Brace for impact!
but it was too late. Collision. Literally everybody died.
Listen, I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say they're exaggerating a little bit with the storytelling. Just like a smidgen. Itty bitty, tiny whiny little bit of exaggeration. Okay? Just a little bit. Kinda like how the the Fast and Furious movies went from street racing to, flying cars and shit, going in space with cars. Just a little bit of an exaggeration. just.
Ever given, ever taken away. That'll do. All right, see you in a year. What do you mean it's not long enough? Wikipedia, ChatGPT.
Oh, fucking hell.
Add the music.
I'm so tired of hearing about
A
Chat
reaction
GPT and all that AI bullshit. I'm so
That's a
tired of
good
it.
one. No, this video is too good. Dial it back a little. Okay, let me start again. I'll do the phony voice too.
What the
Better.
fuck is that?
Okay, so here's what really happened.
Uh-huh.
This story begins in Malaysia. Of course, you already know, but that's this one over here.
Holy shit,
An
really?
port named Tanjung Pelepus is the container ship known as the Ever Given. The last of the cargo is loaded onto the ship, and the captain of the ship, Krishnan Kanthaval, is there with his crew of 20. Hello! At this point, Kanthaval probably said something like, all right, the
God,
boat's
2021.
tummy is all full of cargo.
It's so weird how, like, it wasn't that long ago, but it feels like it's been 1,000 years. Like, I swear, after 2020, my sense of time is just permanently fucked up.
We're almost ready to get going. So Evergreen, the operating company of the ship, would have called ahead and booked passage for the ship. Yes, one adult ship ticket, please. Large. How many containers? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This guy at the operating company is on the line to the Suez Canal Authority, and they are in charge of all of the operations of the Suez Canal. All right, thank you for choosing Suez Waterways.
Oh, there was a
You are
reference
scheduled
for
March
Dune.
23rd.
I haven't watched the
You
Dune
are
movies,
922nd
the old or the
in
new.
queue. All right, we've got a Supermax.
So I'm
container coming
behind
through
on the
March
references
23rd.
from those.
Pulling up the stats now.
It does feel like the world ended
One
in
of the
2020
largest container
sometimes.
ships in the world. Over 400
We're all
meters
living in a
long, 60
purgatory
meters
simulation.
wide. Only 10% smaller than the world's largest aircraft carrier.
Damn.
Able to carry over 20,000 of these shipping containers. Here's a guy in a sandwich for scale. All right, navigator, helmsman, G.
I love how the
Let's get
scale
going.
was like
We wouldn't want to hold
regular
up the other
dude
ships.
sandwich. Okay.
With a teary goodbye, the Ever Given sets sail from Malaysia and makes course for the Netherlands. Let's go to the map. Malaysia, and you already know, but the Netherlands is over here. The route's so simple, you just go from here over to... Oh. We're blocked by Africa, sir. Should we just head back? Don't worry, I know a shortcut. Head into that inlet. It's called the Red Sea. Captain, it's blue. I know. In a bit over a week, the Ever Given cruises all the way to the Red Sea. And on the way, someone on the crew points out Djibouti and says it aloud. Djibouti, because it's fun to say. It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain, I can tell you that much.
Yes,
Captain, we've got
nothing's
another
gonna go
problem on
wrong
the
at all.
sat-nav. There's more land in the way. How are we supposed to get through an obstacle like this? Should I just head back? Now, if this was 1868, Kanthaval would be in big trouble. But luckily, in 1869, someone happened to dig a big channel. Right from one side of this isthmus to the other.
Oh
And
yeah,
filled
just a
the
couple of
holes that they did,
shovels
which
was all
meant
it
that
took.
ships no longer needed to circumnavigate Africa. It's not nothing personal. It's a geographic thing. Late that evening, the Ever Given arrives at the Gulf of Suez, here on the map. It's a big open area for ships
Not
to
gonna
park,
lie.
and there are ships
he didn't-
everywhere, sitting
If he didn't have the spelling of the word he said, it sounded like he said the Gulf of Sewers. Like, that's what I heard for a second.
idle, waiting for their turn to pass through the canal. Now the helmsman is kind of driving around the area, looking for a place to park and drop anchor. But then, something captures his attention. Hey, what's that mysterious-looking ship over there? It looks abandoned. M.V. Ahmad. M.V. Do not speak its name, helmsman. Why not?
What?
Look, there's a spot. That's a handicap. They park the ship, drop
damn
anchor,
it.
and radio into the Suez Canal Authority. Thank you for joining
just
the
ran-
queue.
just random
Typical
lore
wait
drop
time is a
of
few
spookiness.
hours, up to 1 business day. What? Why do we have to wait? Why can't we just go straight through? Because we've got rules here at the canal. A big book of them. No running, no dive bombing, and blah, blah, blah. Somewhere way down the back of the manual it says, all vessels entering or leaving the canal must have a pilot. And in fact, a ship as large as yours needs 2. These pilots are employees of the Canal Authority who understand the perils of the route. Kind of like a consultant to the captain. And they stand around going, yes, yes, go here, turn coming up here, watch out for the geese.
Not the geese.
So just stand by for a while, yeah? Alright, nothing to do till this pilot arrives. Guess I'll take a little bit of me time. I'm off to my cabin, fellas. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And so just after midnight, Canthamel heads back to his quarters
Oh,
to take
no.
a nap. Quite a cozy scene, wouldn't
Oh
you
my
say?
god. This fuck.
But all is not well on the Ever Given tonight.
Get
There
us
seems to
out
be some
of
trouble.
this weird
With the weather.
bath scene.
2:30 a.m.
It's so with his head on there, it's just weird.
Outside is the loud rattle of shipping containers sparring with the wind. Loud enough to capture Canthamel's attention. Raro. He dashes up to the bridge.
Retro.
Alright, what's the status on it being really, really windy outside? The wind is up to 35 knots, but the Ever Given is fine and the anchor is keeping us held. Alright, it sounds like I can head back to my quarters then. Wait, Captain. I think we need to move the ship. Yeah, those guys are getting closer and closer to us. We're surrounded by ships like the Al Nasriyah. Their anchors can't withstand the wind and they are being dragged about. We need more buffer or there's risk of a collision. Good thinking. Alright, duty engineer, prep the engines. Aye. The ship clicks to life. The helmsman steers the Ever Given to get further away from the other ships. This whole thing might be cancelled. Port control. Although this waiting area is delightful, the weather outside is very frightful. Is passage through the canal
Not
still
the
happening?
rhyming. Shut up.
Not cancelled. Hold position. Your pilot is wrapping up and will be on his way to your vessel soon. They're making us wait. Captain, if we're struggling not to hit ships in this big open area, it's going to get pretty dicey when we have to navigate through a narrow channel like the Suez. Yes. Although you should have said, spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
Coming up next on Channel Ad Time.
Welcome
What the
back
fuck?
to Raising Sail.
Oh my
I'm
god.
Saily Man, professional traveler and eSIM user, finding tourists to get them huge savings on an eSIM plan. It ain't for the faint of heart. But if there's one thing I've learned in all my years, when they're traveling, they need data.
I can't get an Uber. I didn't sort out my data before I left.
What?
Got another one. Try
That look-
this. First we download the
That looked
Saily app on your
horrific.
phone.
What the
then
fuck?
we choose how much data we want and where. Then we add the code Internet Historian for 15% off. And don't forget the most important part. Mwah. I just gave you a phone
Don't do that.
international data using this Saily app.
Don't be doing that. You know your
Thank you,
phone
Sailor
dirty.
Man.
You don't clean that shit. We know.
Very cool.
So download the Saily app or scan the QR code on the screen now and use the code Internet Historian to get 15% off at checkout.
It's so beautiful here in the hills of Switzerland. If only I could listen to podcast in the background.
Here comes Saily Man. Over 200 destinations, 24/7 live chat support, and no physical SIM or roaming fees, because it's just an app.
Could I have my phone back, please?
At Saily, family comes first, and data comes second. Data comes first. They're both tied for first.
Tonight
uh-huh,
on Raising
right.
Saily.
Oh my god.
Anyone can get
Raising Saily.
dead ones.
Oh.
Sorry, I have a boyfriend ones. Or regular.
I have a presentation in 15 minutes at the UN Security Council, and I didn't download the slides. Without this presentation, I'm worried they're gonna nuke North Sentinel Island again.
What the fuck?
15 minutes to go and he hasn't got the slides.
I'll be the guy who started the next world war without those damn slides.
10 minutes to go and he hasn't got the slides.
History will not look kindly on me without those slides.
Here comes Saley.
Stop. Stop.
Now you have 10 gigabytes of data on your phone. Cheaper than most phone providers.
I love you, Saley man.
Hush, little one. I saved it.
The Saley app really saved me.
This truly was our darkest hour. But we prevailed. It's not an easy job. But Saley gets me through. So download the Saley app or scan the QR code on screen and use internet.
Oh, we're just gonna gloss over the murder attempt over there. Okay, the assassination that was happening.
Data on your phone, why not? Add over. Some time has passed. We're back on the bridge. There's the helmsman. Captain's gone back to his quarters. Pilots won't be here for
Fucking
hours.
Uber Eats in the background. I
Then
can't.
suddenly, an idea. The helmsman takes it upon himself to navigate a little bit of art. Tee-hee-hee, says the helmsman. As long as no one checks the nav dial, this won't come back to bite me at all.
I can't. Did this really happen?
A couple
Wait
of
a
hours
minute.
passed.
Wait
The
a
wind
minute.
died down just a little. No ships crashed into the Ever Given.
I need to
but a
know.
small
I need
one
to
did
know.
pull up beside it. Captain, pilots are here. Welcome aboard. Oh, hey, Captain. Yes, we're running late. Where's the helm? We don't know what the pilots' names are, so we're just going to go with blue and red. Okay, I think we should move ahead at about 14 kilometers. That's right. Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour.
Red versus blue over here.
The Ever Given joins a convoy of ships taking position at the entrance to the canal. Convoy, checking in. Ready. All right, everybody. We want to be alert. Stay focused. Yeah, Captain. I'll follow the other ships. I'll try not to get lost. Hold on, helmsman. And the audience. This is a much more perilous journey than you might know. What? A big straight line? It is 193 kilometers of narrow waterway. And I hope you've got some stamina, because it takes 12 hours to traverse. That's a full day
God
trip.
damn.
Some parts are only 24 meters deep. Oh, that's very shallow. Yes, and only 200 meters wide in some parts. That's very narrow. I've seen McDonald's drive-thrus with more clearance. And you certainly wouldn't want to have an accident, would you? Because
Not over here,
12%
McDonald's
of the
drive-thrus
entire
catching a
world's
stray.
sea freight passes through here. If you blocked it, the consequences would be humongous. No pressure, though. Oh, I see. Oh, don't mind him. He gives that speech to everybody. Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour. Yes, pilot. 14 kilometers. Steady on. So into the canal the Ever Given went. As they cruise, the winds swirl back onto the sea. No longer buffered by miles of open water, the sand and dust can blow about with abandon. Low visibility.
Oh no.
Strong winds jostle the ship. Grit pelts the bow. The Ever Given steams ahead at about the pace of a fast jog. And there's no real
McDonald's
build-up here, to be
drive-thrus need
honest.
all the
Things
strings.
go awry almost immediately. How are you coping with the wind? It's manageable. All right, well, the wind is definitely pushing us to the left-hand side. Yes, just try to keep it as centered as you can. Adjusting.
These winds are quite something. Do you think we should have insisted they postpone?
Well, the pilots don't seem worried, and they know this water better than anyone.
Yeah, I have to admit, if I worked in this type of situation, this would be one of those things where I'd be like, listen, I'm just gonna take the day off. Alright, I'll meet you down there and you pick me up when you're done. Okay? Because I don't want this stress in my life. Like,
The angle of the wind is particularly nasty, catching the enormous surface area of the ship and constantly nudging it off course.
Helmsman, you're still too far to the left. You've got to get back to the center.
Yeah, I'm trying. Adjusting. The helmsman keeps changing the trajectory of the ship, but he cannot seem to stay in the center.
Come on, Helmsman, we're still not centered.
I know, it's the wind. No matter what they do, they can't seem to get away from the left bank. The wind foils their every countermaneuver. This is not as manageable as I thought it would be. Is it going to be like this the whole way? Don't worry. This
12
is really
hours
fun.
of
It
this
won't be the whole
bullshit?
trip. No. The problem is we're going too slow. Red Pilot takes the initiative.
You take
If
the
we
helm
speed
for me?
up, we
I
can
don't
push
know if
through
that.
the wind. Accelerate to
Oh, no.
22 kilometers an hour.
I don't know if that help or
Somewhat reluctantly, the helmsman
everything will just
obliged.
explode or.
22 kilometers per hour.
Engines engage and the ship speeds up. Captain, going this fast in heavy winds is needlessly reckless. There are protocols for this sort of thing.
All right, Gene, it's a bit windy. Relax. This must happen all the time. The Red Pilot was right. The increased speed helps them to fight through the wind and get away from the left-hand bank. However, they can't seem to keep the ship in the very center. Helmsman, you're aimed too severely to the right-hand bank now. We need a bit of leadership here. Don't worry, I know what to do. Turn left. Adjusting. The pilot's giving steering instructions now. Captain, is he supposed to do that? Captain, the pilot is not here to give steering orders. You should say something.
Captain's just like, do I have to? Do I have to do my job?
Turn to the right. So they turn to the right.
But then they end up too far to the right.
I can see you doing that,
Turn
Yomi.
to the left.
You just
Yes,
somehow
I agree.
build
Turn
it
to the
and
left.
turn it into a fucking transformer or something.
This is all a bit tense. And we both know where
This
this
fucking
is going.
bath is just
It's gonna crash. Let's just enjoy it.
unsettling. I don't want to be here.
Oh, wow. There it is. A gently sloping, sandy bank. Red Pilot, we're just consultants. This isn't our job to steer the ship. You're micromanaging. We should only be giving general navigation advice. We're getting too close to the left bank. I can't keep it centered. We have to slow this ship down. If we slow down, the wind will push us into the bank.
What do I do? Reduce the speed.
Oh no.
The two pilots begin
It is red versus blue up in here, and it is not helpful.
in Arabic. Arabickering. And Canterville's crew doesn't speak Arabic. What the hell are they saying? I don't know. Neither do I. Does anyone here speak Arabic?
Well,
The Ever Given has reached its target speed of 22 kilometers an hour, but they're taking wider and wider turns and can't seem to get anywhere near the center of the lane. And the two pilots, they're still fighting. Captain? Captain! Pilots! Captain! The Ever Given then reaches an extreme, unrecoverable
the
angle,
sand looks so inviting.
pointing acutely
It's
to the
calling
right,
to them.
straight for the bank. We need to turn left. Now. Hard left. Hard to the left. Hard to the left. The rudder turns. But the ship doesn't turn with it. Instead, it slides.
We
Didn't
be
I tell
drifting
you
up
to
in this
turn
bitch,
left?
Fast and Furious
Why are
style.
we turning? I am turning to the left, Captain. The ship's not responding. I knew this would happen. It's your fault. The helmsman loses his ability to steer. The ship has gone out of control. Captain! Canterville finally steps forward. Enough! Helmsman, center the rudder. Reduce speed. Rudder center. Reduce... But it's too late. Canterville did not intervene in time. Shit.
Wait, what did that say?
Shit.
Oh, he actually did say shit. Okay. Well,
The crew can feel
I'm guessing that was
vibration
another,
through the floor as the bow meets the
Dune
bow.
reference.
That bow, raised 6 meters, slides into the bank with ease, like a hot pencil
Damn.
through pudding.
What? What?
Meanwhile, the rear
What?
of the ship is pulled
Hot
into
pencil
the
through
opposite
pudding?
bank.
What? Why is that the...
The bridge shakes and the crew lurches forward as
All
300,000
the fucking
tons of
Amazon
momentum is
boxes, get
reduced
the
to
fuck outta
zero
here.
in the span of a couple of seconds. We've run aground, we've run aground, cut your engines, Canterville yells out on the radio, because don't forget, these ships are running as a convoy, which means that the ships behind them have just seen what's happened, and they all have to slam on the brakes. A couple of ships back, the Asia Ruby 3 suffers an engine malfunction, and it cannot stop as quickly as it intends to, and nearly plows into the back of the Maersk Denver. They manage to stop themselves just in time
Damn.
and prevent running aground as well. Pan back to the Ever Given. Let us look at it from
We was about to
above.
have a pile up.
It is diagonally wedged across the entire canal. An unplanned bridge connecting two continents. A ship collision of such magnitude.
That's
there's
the actual
almost
ship.
nothing to compare it to. Maybe Hindenburg, 9/11. I'll keep Googling. No, hold off on the dramatic sound effects. There's no need to panic just yet.
It's like a car tire stuck in the mud. We simply reverse. Full astern. Well, that means full backwards. Propellers
The
at the
fucking
back of
car
the ship
noises are
whizzed
killing
to
me.
little effect. Locked in place by the sand. We didn't move.
Merely a run-up. Crash astern.
That's the most dramatic version of full astern, ramping up to full thrust as quickly as possible.
Uh-oh,
No, stop it.
spaghetti-o.
No sound effect just yet. We still have one more option. Start up the bow thrusters.
They're
Those
the
fucking
jets at the
Uber
front of the
Eats
ship
never
that
get
give
delivered.
A little bit of extra oomph. Crash astern, full thrusters. No effect, sir. Now, we don't have the transcript from here, so we'll just presume that at the time, Canterville said something very quirky and millennial, like,
So that just happened. But what we do know is that he and the pilots then jumped on the radio and got in contact with the port authority.
we've got something to tell you, and you gotta promise not to get mad. Shut up. Look, listen, we're gonna need a tugboat.
We are run aground.
The helmsman takes a turn at being millennial.
There are other ships right behind me, aren't there? Uh-huh. And
Oh
there
my
were,
God.
as the queue of container ships piling up behind them got longer and longer.
Make that 2 tugboats.
So what
Yeah.
happened here exactly? And who is in big, big trouble? Explainer time!
Yeah, because, like,
There are 3 main causes to why the ship...
I honestly don't remember all the fucking details, obviously. I just remember the meme it turned into. But didn't it take, like, a while to get that fucking ship out of the way? Like, it was not just a quick, like, couple hour thing.
crashed. Let's start with the wind. The captain could have very easily said, guys, the wind is far too severe. Let's postpone. But he didn't. However, the blame's not all on Canterville. The 2 pilots could have also said, let's just follow protocol. By radioing in to HQ and saying, yes, get us 2 tugboats, please. With one on each side at the front, they would have had far more stability and control. And they wouldn't need to erratically fight about with the wind to stay in the middle of the lane. Second cause, the speed of the ship. Now, it was the red pilot who told the helmsman, accelerate the ship to 22 kilometers per hour. But when he did that, they were already driving at the speed limit for their weight class,
Oh,
14
damn.
kilometers per hour. And telling the helmsman
You
to go
vroom
beyond
vrooming
that
too
meant
quickly.
that they are technically breaking the rules. And while I agree that some
This is
rules
fucking
are
bad.
made to be broken, going this fast in a very large
So
ship
long it
in
screwed
a
up the world economy.
comparatively
Yeah, I
small
remember that
canal
part. Everybody remembers that part.
causes a whole bunch of problems to do with fluid dynamics.
Just
Big
another
problems.
thing to add to the list to screw up the world economy.
5 fun physics
What?
phenomena.
No, I don't know the physics, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. But what I will say is this. Speeding up causes something approximating oversteer.
The ship becomes all slidey. I'm just going to turn a little bit to the left, but instead you go a lot to the left. I'll just turn right a little bit, but instead you turn to the right a lot. Remember how the cheerful navigator was like, "Come on guys, we have to get back to the center of the lane." Well, they can't, because every time they try to direct back to the center, the speed and the oversteer means they overshoot it. One more effect of going very fast.
I will sneeze. Wait for it.
Take a look at this animation side on. Water pressure effects cause the ship to tilt. At this speed, the front is raised 6 meters higher than usual, which means when they collide with the bank, combined with the high velocity, they really wedge themselves in.
Now I'm wondering if, like, because the red hat dude, he was telling them to go, like, fast and furious down the lane to speed up, and was backseat driving and all that bullshit. And then the blue hat guy was, like, telling to slow down, and was just, then they started fucking arguing in a language none of them could speak. And they were like, what the fuck is going on?
But we can't just blame
So now-
everything on the physicists.
Yeah, so
because
now
there's a third main cause.
I'm
Poor
kind of wondering
communication.
if they did slow
English is
down,
the
would that
official
have
language
helped
of
at
pretty
all
much every
by that
port.
point?
However, the pilots start arguing with each other in Arabic, which is not just unprofessional, but excludes all of the rest of the crew from what's being discussed. And all of these competing voices make for chaos on the bridge. But the blame is not all on the co-pilots either. The captain is always in charge. He has the ultimate authority. Decisions start and end with him.
No!
So the
Thank
captain
you,
should have
13 months in a
intervened and said something
row.
like,
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Shut up, everybody.
Thank you.
but he doesn't.
Also, what's up?
He stands there quite passively throughout. By the time he does step in, it's too late. Now that everything's been laid out,
Oh my god, get us out of this
who would you say
fucking
is at fault
dune
for
bath
the
over here.
crash
I
of the
can't.
Ever Given? The helmsman? Blue pilot? The red pilot? Canthaville? I'll tell you. Society, that's who.
Oh my
You
god!
and me. And I think you should apologize.
No. I'm not apologizing for humanity. I don't know who they are.
Alrighty, so we have something 3.5
Humans?
times the size
Never
of the
heard of 'em.
Titanic, choking the world's largest freighting canal like a greedy seagull throating a glue stick. Good start. And they didn't get very far through the canal itself. About 5% of the progress bar. But if we scroll up for a second, we can see what landmarks they missed out on. The Great Bitter Lake, named so because the water there is very salty instead of fresh. Then up a 2-lane bit and over to Timsah Lake, named so because Timsah is the Arabic word for crocodile, because there used to be crocodiles in there. Otherwise, it's pretty much zip right through to the Mediterranean. That would have been very nice for them. Now we go back a bit to Timsah Lake, and here you'll find the city of Ismailia. And at its port, see this building? This is the Suez Canal Authority. Inside, Captain El Said, head of navigational control, is just settling in for the day.
Oh,
As
you're
he
good,
sits down to
Liam.
his desk,
I'm glad you're doing
Captain,
okay. Yeah, it's
you're
been a
gonna wanna
while
see
since
this.
I've done
The
any
video
type of
feed
camping.
pulls up.
I prefer doing it when it's like
Line
cold
one.
out.
We're stuck. We'd like to request a tugboat. Stuck? Stuck
Because this
where?
heat kills me even when I'm inside with air
You know
conditioning.
that single lane area pretty close to the entrance? There. Now, had this happened in one of the 2-lane sections, they
Allergic to
could have kept the
camping.
traffic
I
flowing.
mean,
But alas,
technically we both are, because I think,
so you're
yeah,
blocking all the traffic? Mr. El Said,
pretty
we
sure I'm
already
allergic
promised
to
we wouldn't get
grass.
mad. Fine. I gotta see how bad it is in person. El Said snatches his keys off his desk and he races down to his car, rushing to the scene. He gets out and casts his eyes upon the ship. My God. Towering over him is a structure the width and breadth of the world's largest Walmart, except it is also 15 stories tall. The bow, raised 6 meters higher than normal, is jammed into one side,
Like an unwitting finger in a Chinese finger trap that somebody filled with Gorilla Glue in its
What?
prom tomorrow. In the ass of the
What?
ship, firmly
What are these
squatting aground on the
comparisons?
other
What the
side.
fuck?
And the middle of the ship, making bended metal groans as it's barely suspended by only a few meters of water. El Said lets the sand
Oh my
run
god,
through
the
his
fucking...
fingers.
Can we...
At
The
this
fucking
point,
Dune
another
references I
important
don't
person arrives on the
understand.
scene. Admiral Rabi. He is the Suez Canal Authority chairman, the big boss of the whole canal. Here's the rough structure of the organization. He's all the way up
okay.
here, right?
Oh no.
So high up that he reports directly to the Pharaoh of Egypt himself. Yep, that's one blocked canal. No, Mr. President, he didn't say blocked. Shut up. He said that canal rocked. He's giving it a 5-star review. Come on, follow me to the bridge. Al Said and Rabi board
Yeah,
the
like
ship.
you can't
And it's a hell
hide
of a
shit
scene.
these days. Everything's
The
getting
crew is
reported
racing
like
around. Oh God,
before
they're
it
gonna check the
happens.
nav
It's so
data.
quick.
They're gonna see the dick pic. Oh God. Canthaville's
The
standing
dick
back
pic?
taking a panicked phone call with the
I need to
operation
know,
company. Okay,
was that
two
the
pilots
an
walk into a
actual
ship,
thing?
And the first one says, and the two pilots from before are still bickering. All right, you two are dismissed. Canthaville. Oh God, this is the end of my career. This is gonna cost $1 billion. Al Said puts his hand on Canthaville's shoulder. Do not worry, my friend. We shall solve this. Come on, Captain. What's the status? Well, the ship isn't floating. Yeah. No, what I mean is the situation is worse than you think. It's the way we're pitched up on the shore. The weight distribution is all wrong. We're like a raised bridge, but we don't have any of the support underneath. The middle of the ship could bend under its own weight.
Oh
and
no.
tear.
Oh shit.
So it could sink? Yeah. That would shut down the whole canal for months. Are we taking on water? No, I've had the engineers check the hull. We can't see water making ingress anywhere. Yet. The best way to get free and the best way to
I love
prevent the
how,
ship from potentially sinking is to
like,
lighten the load. We need to get rid
from
of at least,
beginning
I don't know, like
to end,
20,000 tons.
everything
How
just
quickly do you think your
keeps
crew can offload containers?
getting worse and
No.
worse.
Look how high those boxes are stacked. To offload these containers is going to require specialist equipment. The kind you'd only find at a dedicated port. We're not going to be able to offload these containers out here in the middle of nowhere. All right, well, it's the easiest, most brute force solution you can think of. The ballast tanks. Eh? Go on. We've got nearly 10,000 tons of ballast water on board.
Yeah, you
We can
I'm
dump
gonna
that
be honest.
right now and relieve some
I'm
pressure.
probably gonna get like maybe 1 or
Excellent
2 hours
idea.
of
I'll
sleep
get
with my
started.
luck
No,
before we
you
go
can't do
on that drive.
Well, why not?
Uh-oh.
Allow me to explain.
What the fuck?
You see, what fills his ballast tanks is filling with more than just water. It's a big, dilute, salty soup of algae, plant material, and even sometimes small fish. Pick that up in Malaysia, and then just dump that at the next port. You're introducing these stowaway pest species into the environment. Some examples of these invasive species include the Northern Pacific Sea Star.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Fucking
That son of
SpongeBob.
a bitch. And
You
cholera.
can't escape SpongeBob.
So you have to treat the water before you discharge it, usually through heat or chemicals. And the key there is that it also requires time and access to one of these treatment machines. And we're not at a port, it's going to take much longer than usual. But let me get onto the line with the guys at Ismailia. We probably have a portable water treatment machine somewhere. Al Said turns and looks out the window. Coming down the canal are 2 tugboats, the ones that they ordered earlier. Look, we might not even be that deeply wedged in. These 2 tugboats might be all we need. Yes, tugboats. This is the Mosaid 2 and the Mosaid 3. These 2 little guys
The
are able
fucking
to pull
size
around
difference
this
is so
massive
comical.
cargo ship, comparable in size to the Evergiven. On go the ties. Line secure, all fast. Engine ready. Ready to pull. Canthaville looks nervously at El Said. Commence pull. Slow ahead. The polyethylene ropes whine as they're pulled taut from the water. The tugboats lightly draw against the ship, testing for resistance. All right, a little more.
The fucking car noises are killing me, y'all.
More. Full power. Nothing. Not an inch of difference. All right, stop engines. Be on standby.
This isn't going to work. With just 2 tugboats, we do not have the pull for a ship this massive, this deeply grounded. It's also low tide. That's not helping. Wind's high tide. Early afternoon, in a couple of hours. All right, that buys us some time. How soon do you think you can get a dredger out here? Let me find out for you. Please hold. The dredgers can remove the sand below the waterline that's all built up around the ship. Hi again. They say it'll take a day, maybe 2. All right, tell them to hurry.
A day or 2? I'd better update my boss.
Port of
Let him know it's not gonna be
Are
a
you been
quick
there?
fix.
I should call my wife as well. All right, don't go too far.
Liam,
I need you for something.
tell the
in a minute.
truth.
Hey, what about
Were you there when this
excavators?
happened?
Oh yeah, how many we got?
Were you
Right
involved
now?
in this
No, for my birthday.
domino
Yeah,
of
now.
catastrophes?
One guy. There's only one excavator on standby for the whole canal. Well, it's just post-COVID. Everyone's been excavating from home. Patch me through.
Excavating from
There
home!
really was just one guy, by the way. It's local contact Abdullah. So he picks up the phone. Mushy mushy. There's been a big accident at the canal, Abdullah. There's sand and dirt everywhere. I need your help.
So your alibi is that you were working at
Abdullah
KFC?
jumps in his truck and heads
Likely
to the
story.
then he
Likely
pulls
story.
Gut in Himmel. He sees the massive Ever Given wedged into the canal.
Abdullah locks himself into his excavator and gets to work on the most important task he's ever done digged.
Done digged. Damn.
Back on the bridge. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully home soon. Okay. Yep, no, love you too. Okay, bye. Whew, the boss was not happy. Hey, before you said you needed me for something. I did. Who's this?
Breathe into this tube.
Uh-oh.
Also, you have to do a drug test. After the crash, they tested Canterville for drugs and alcohol. Both came up negative. There's also a procedure to make sure that
They really
captains
said
aren't
you can't be this
fatigued.
stupid without drugs and
They look
alcohol.
at the rest schedule and they find, no, Canterville took that nap. Remember? He's had plenty
Where was
of
I when
rest
it
time.
happened? Listen,
So he passed the fatigue assessment.
you don't need to know that info, okay?
And while
You
Canterville
don't need
was
to
at the
know.
nurse's office,
KFC
high tide
doesn't
came
mean...
and went. Tugs were tried again. And again. Tried a little bit of this.
Yeah, but we only have your word for that, so I don't...
All day trying, all evening, and into the early morning. But that stubborn ship was going nowhere.
Oh, God. You know we're gonna be here a while just from the length of the video, because it's like we're not even halfway through. Well, thereabouts. I mean, pretty close. Actually, no. Yeah.
Of course. The moon.
Day 2.
There's quite a queue of ships by this point, and they're all honking their horns impatiently. Move your ass! I got Frozens in the back. Go around!
To go
around!
Go
No
around!
one knows quite what's happening because the Suez Canal Authority has not made a formal statement. But their hand is about to be forced when an impatient sailor behind the Ever Given takes a photograph and publishes it online. And this starts a bit of a buzz on social media. It was at this very moment that the helmsman's most feared fear was most realized. Someone
Eloquent.
pulled up the navigational data. Within 24 hours, it was all over the
No!
news.
So it was
over at the
fucking
Suez
real!
offices, Mr. Rebbe,
They never grow up, do they? They be drawing this shit in school, and they grow up, they have these professional careers, and what do? They still fucking drawing penises everywhere. Like, it just doesn't stop, no matter what age.
You have 300 voicemails. Telemarketers? Important clients and journalists. They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, aren't they? They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, yes. And the Suez Canal Authority could keep it a secret no longer. They held a press conference. Okay. This is crazy. Let's say, hypothetically. They didn't give many details.
Hypothetically.
It was a very inspirational press conference.
This big-ass
The
ship
news begins reporting on the story.
who drew a penis
It's blocked. Cargo ship
has
blocking the Suez Canal is a
stopped the entire world economy.
drama playing out in the Suez Canal.
A massive container ship longer than the Eiffel Tower.
It's one of the world's most important shipping lanes.
And breaking news from the Nana Star News Channel.
Very cool lady, please be nice.
Mega ship's big ass is stuck in the Suez Canal.
Right. Point is, this story exploded everywhere. There was a lot of sympathy to go around.
I appear to have blocked global trade.
And the internet, upon seeing it, went, these guys need some help. We would love to volunteer.
That's not a picture of a naked woman. I need to help them.
They knew best about what to do to get this ship unstuck. All right, it's time for the I reckon you could pretty much just do this and it'd work section. By far the most popular solution was simply blow it up. No ship. But why wouldn't this work? Well, first you're blowing up $1 billion worth of cargo. And this thing is about 3 times
Humanity. When you don't wanna go around the problem, and your first solution to fix the problem is to literally just nuke the shit out of it. Explosions. Explosions solve everything.
times the size of Mount Rushmore. So there's quite a lot of debris to sweep up, actually. And you still haven't solved the problem of moving the thing out of the fucking canal. Next idea. What if we attach 1,000 helicopters and simply fly the thing out? You could even take it all the way to its destination in the Netherlands.
Oh yeah, easy
Well,
peasy.
this thing weighs about 300,000 tons. So even if you had a really powerful helicopter, you're going to need like 25,000 of them. And you can't put them all together in one area or they'll all crash. It ain't gonna work.
En route to help. Hey, maybe pull up a bit.
Next. Alright, more seriously, why don't we take a whole bunch of old jet engines, weld them to the sides of the ship, turn them all on at once, and... However, there is a risk of an explosion. And then you'd have a hole in the ship. And then
Love
the
how
ship
most of
sinks,
these
and then you're really
like
never moving.
solutions
Hear
would
me out.
basically just be like
Liquid
random shit you do in like
a
Gmod
lot
or
of
something.
liquid nitrogen right under the boat. The water freezes, expands, the ship lifts up, Bob's your uncle, you love it. Except now, the ship is just stuck in ice. And then it melts, and then you're back to the exact same position. Also, you need like $1 billion worth of nitrogen.
Again,
There's
Liam,
no
we
way
only
to get
have
that
your
much
word.
material, let alone handle the scale of that material. Also, everyone's going to freeze
Jesus
to death
Christ.
on board, and the ballast will expand in the tanks, and that'll destroy the ship.
We get it.
It's not going to work.
Okay.
All right. Last
3D
idea.
glasses.
Best idea.
Oh.
What if we just actively made things worse? Such as this petition to add a second boat to the canal. Jokes aside,
They really said,
humble
give us the
comment
sequel
did
right
stand out
now.
from the crowd.
Get a few people on this side, a few people on that side, push it, and I really think it would go.
Well, maybe. Because that's exactly what the recovery team intended to do.
I love it. Love it.
Good to see you back from the nurse. I told them I didn't do any drugs, but they wouldn't take my word for it. I would have believed you. Hey, just give me the walkie-talkie. All right, full ahead with the excavators. 3 more excavators join Abdullah, and they are all busily digging out the front and rear of the ship. It's still going too slow. What else we got? More rescue stuff. So here comes Rabbi pulling up to the scene. Good news, fellas. And he's standing atop a very powerful bit of kit. A big, beautiful dredger. To be specific, a cutter suction dredge. Essentially, you've got a big rotating cutting tool that loosens up all the soil, while a big suction pipe sends it yonder. All right, do the dredgy. Full speed. What else we got? We got more tugboats incoming. More and more tugboats join the fray. A total of 8, arranged around the ship like this. Notably, the Baraka 1 and the Izzat Adel. These are 2 of the most powerful tugboats in the Middle East, and that includes the non-deserty parts.
The non-deserty parts.
They keep trying. A cacophony of engines playing the highest stakes
The
game
fucking
of
car
tug of war
noises in
ever
me.
attempted. Tens of millions of dollars being lost every hour until it was won. And their opponent? Unbothered, moisturized, taking up the whole lane. Unbudgeable. All right, we're calling it for now. Oh, El Said, we've thrown everything we can at the ship, and it won't concede an inch. It's hopeless, hopeless. The cynicism of youth. I've worked for many years on the Suez. There's magic in the water, Canterville.
Oh my god.
Magic. We will succeed. Your words are empty, El Said. Optimism has blinded you, El Said. We cannot defeat the canal. It is simply too powerful. If I were the guys at Case and Kaisha, I'd just forget about the Ever Given and buy a new ship. Well, we can't afford a new ship. The owners of the Ever Given, Shoei Kaisen Kaisha Limited, are getting very worried. I need that ship back, and I can't just leave it to the Suez Canal Authority to do it. There's only one team daring and foolhardy enough to take on a job like this. Kaisen calls up an elite salvaging company from the Netherlands. Smit Salvage. We need your help. I got your number from you know who.
You know
Smit
who?
is the industry's best. They have response centers all over the globe, 24/7, ready to respond to marine emergencies. And funnily enough, they're the same team that helped with the rescue of the Costa Concordia back in 2012. Suit up,
damn.
boys. They put the ocean in Ocean's 11.
So they-
Tide in Tide Pod. And sometimes they pee in the water. Well,
Stop.
the fish do it. We're en route to the canal. ETA in the next 24 hours.
So fucking stupid. I can't.
Next time on Boat in Canal. The
By
prophecy
the phone call. I
it's
can't.
coming true. Kiss me, you fool. I'm beginning to think you don't want to get the boat free. Well, is it the Yanny wire or the Laurel wire?
What is happening?
I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up. There's only one way this was ever gonna go.
What is that? What? Stop. To be
It's
continued
now
right now.
day 3. There's more digging, more tugging, but the ship is still exactly where they left it. And the slow pace of progress is starting to cause problems for international trade. Each delayed ship represents
What's up,
thousands of
Panda?
tons of undelivered stock for store shelves. And that queue is getting longer and longer. On board, an estimated $9.6 billion worth of goods is sitting idle. The milk! It will spoil! And the big question is, how long until this thing is fixed? To answer this burning question, the Suez Canal Authority holds another press conference and declares, guys, another day, maybe 2, might even be this afternoon. But the media and industry experts disagree.
The truth of the matter is that they're not making much ground. I mean, is this proving to be more difficult than originally expected?
Could be closed for weeks.
It could take weeks.
Could be stuck for weeks.
Weeks. That's how long it could take to free the container ship currently blocking the Suez Canal.
So that means all of these ship operators here, waiting in the
Well-
queue, have a very difficult choice to make. So basically, I've just got 2 options. One, I can wait around hoping the ship gets unstuck, which nobody knows how long that's going to be. Or option 2, we go all the way around Africa. And I really don't want to do that, and it's not just a geographic thing. Freighters don't want to go around Africa because it will cost them far more in terms of fuel. it adds 10 extra days to the route. And most importantly, pirates.
Pirates, assassins, and gay pirate assassins.
Now, there are the two main
The gay
pirate
pirate
hangouts.
assassins.
The Somali pirates, everyone knows about them.
But the more prolific group is actually in the Gulf of Guinea.
Named so because it holds the Guinness World Record for most pirates. In fact, in 2020, 96% of all maritime kidnappings happened in the Gulf of Guinea. That doesn't sound very good to me, Mr. Kaisha.
And I just want you to know that you've made an enemy. And when I... Is your boat running? Because you better fucking move it. You can't park there. All right, hear me out. I'm thinking a bunch of helicopters, right? And we...
There are a lot of people now who are angry with the owners of the Ever Given. There's only one thing I can do. Bing, 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 bong. Breaking news. Pause for a second. Shoei Kaisen Kaisha is big sorry. The owners of the Ever Given feel such enormous pressure.
The
that they
biggest
go
of
live
big
on
sorry.
television to make a public apology. We are determined to keep on working hard to resolve the situation as soon as possible. Please do not be mad. In a few years, we'll all have a big laugh about it. Yours sincerely, Mr. Kaisha. Oh God, that's the boss of my boss's boss. I'm in so much trouble. Can't do anything about it. All we can do is
In
keep
big,
trying
big
to free
trouble.
the ship. So they keep going. And going. Into the night. And on
Yeah,
that night,
I
Canterville and El
I couldn't
Sayed
be
had a
doing
heart to
that many
The mood
much
was
bowing.
very somber.
Especially, I remember, oh God, there was this one show. They would like talk about weird deaths and stuff. And one of them was like this. I think he was a Japanese guy. He was like trying to prepare for a job interview, and he kept practicing how to bow correctly, and he kept doing it over and over and over again. And apparently, like he had like, I think he suffered an aneurysm from it. Like it just, it's wild because they don't know if he had like just never did that over and over again, whether he would have lived or not, and just never had that aneurysm. It's wild. Oh, good night, Naomi. Thanks for coming to hang out. Yeah, when I'm done streaming, I'm gonna have to like take serious drugs to knock myself out.
Still feeling optimistic, El Sayed? Of course. Well, it's day 3. How much progress have you seen so far? They're gonna blow us up, aren't they? It's possible. They're gonna freeze us, aren't they? That seems less likely. They might just attach a whole bunch of jet engines and we're gonna get fucked up. That one got debunked. Sorry, I don't mean to take it out on you. It's just, all these guys, they rely on me. The navigator, the helmsman, Gene, and the other ones we never animated. But I'm thinking maybe I should just get on a lifeboat right now and never look back. I could go
You
live
missed
on an
everything,
island
Panda.
somewhere,
Everything.
far, far
Everything.
away from
No,
you.
that's-
Run away? Look at this. Timu neck
Oh
massager for
my.
$7. I bet she's checking her
fucking hell.
mailbox every morning. Bulk $6 fingerless gloves for Mr. Poe Box. You want to disappoint him?
Mr. Poe Box.
No.
Shut up.
Little Jimmy
Shut
will
up.
be getting his 20-pack of kitchen tongs this Christmas. And you think that doesn't kill me inside? But we've exhausted every option. There's nothing on Earth that could free this ship. Well, that's where you're right. Look up there, Lil Canthy. El Sayed points up into the night sky. Los Lunos.
Oh my
Yes,
fucking God.
the moon.
I
The
swear.
son of the night. To the ancient Egyptians, it was a sign of hope. And in a few more nights' time, a prophecy will be fulfilled. The supermoon. I have to show you a kind of boring diagram. I'm so sorry.
Did you try
You see, the
turning it
moon
on and
doesn't
off
just orbit
again?
the Earth in a perfectly equidistant circle. It is, in fact, an ellipse. That means there is a point when the moon is the furthest from the Earth, and we call that the apogee. And there's also a point where it's closest to the Earth. That's the perigee. You know when you look into the night sky and the moon seems bigger or smaller than usual? Different distances, isn't it? Point is, the moon gravities all over the water. And the closer it is, the more it's going to pull. Now, there's another effect as well. If you believe the mainstream media, the Earth is going around the sun like this. And once in a while, it will also align with the sun being on the exact opposite side. Bam! At this point, when everything lines up like so, both the sun and the moon are at max strength pulling on the sea. And they call that the supermoon. And the tidal effects of both combine for an even greater pull. High tide can be even higher than usual, sometimes by up to 1.5 feet. Now, these sorts of moons only happen 3 or 4 times a year. But in 4 days, Big K, we're going to get one.
Oh, okay.
Previously on Boat in Canal. Don't let go!
No, fuck, stop.
My plans have all fallen into place.
Stop.
I thought I knew what being a captain meant. What do you mean, cut the black and blue wire? There's only white and gold. We've got one chance left. The moon.
Stop.
This is just like that Costa Concordia video he
Oh,
did.
fucking hell.
But way less funny.
Listen. Listen. Like, I know this is like in a jokey way, but you just know if it hasn't been made already, someone is gonna make like a show or a movie dramatizing this shit. And I would not be surprised if a lot of the jokes in here were put into it. Like, seriously.
Over at the Ever Given, things are status quo. But online, there's a bit of
This
a new
fucking
development. A screenshot
bath.
of a
Can we
news
get out of
article
it?
appears. Cargo ship crashes into Suez Canal.
Oh my god, it's
Captain
bright.
involved in incident. But there's a twist.
I can't see.
Uh-oh. Is that a woman? A woman.
Oh my god,
Egypt's
a woman!
first female sea captain, Marwa El-Sahar, was being named in this headline as responsible for crashing the Ever Given. And the screenshot of this news headline spread all across social media. For Marwa to have screwed up this badly is impressive. Especially considering she's never worked on the Ever Given and is currently hundreds of miles away in Alexandria. But someone online went,
See, you know this shit happens because there's some unwashed dude angry at the world and takes it out on women and said a problem happened with driving something. And guess what? There's a woman somewhere out there. Let's blame her. That's their logic. It's illogical. It's fucking stupid. I can't.
first female captain? Grody? Suez blockage? She must have did it. Marwa found out about the accusations through a friend and quickly hopped online. I gotta clear my name. Guys, it isn't me! But the online bad guys must have hacked her account, because everything she wrote just came out in squiggles.
No,
So
that's
Marwa
not.
tried to hack back.
Stop.
This code, it's nothing I've ever seen before. They're countering my hack. I'm gonna reroute the hosting. Not if I can help it.
This
They went
hacking
through
story is the
firewall.
one true
Use
event? What?
IP4. It's better. Now, while we can all agree that a lady captain is very gross and icky, and while we all agree that she should be doing a lady job, like adding rosemary oil to the ballast water,
Stop.
or knitting hand warmers for the steering wheel. It was not fair that she was being falsely
Not the she has
accused,
cooties
and
argument.
The situation was escalating as the online bad guys started making fake accounts pretending to be her. What was Marwa, etc. to do against such a coordinated campaign? Well, luckily, a surprise hero to the story. The mainstream media showed up and did a thing.
Don't worry.
Bringing her onto the telly and clearing everything up. Marwa even found some positive in the situation.
I was really upset at the beginning, but later on I found like the support from all people around me, and that made me feel like more grateful for what happened.
A lot of the social media posts got taken down. And in the end,
explosions
it
everywhere.
all turned out okay. At least, for her. Back to
The
the
true
Evergiven.
hero of the story.
The Evergiven has been grounded for 4 long Egyptian days. So tug, tug, tug. Dig, dig, dig. Pull, pull, pull. Fuel is getting low. Everyone is overdue for a break. All right, guys. Grab a
From the
Red Bull
UK
and a
channel,
little snack.
ITV, and a show called
pick up again
This
soon.
Morning.
But as the engines wind down, the crew can hear something approaching. Who the hell is that? It's Smith Selvage.
Oh god.
The Smith team boldly actions onto the scene, looking at the ship very inspectively. They report their findings to the rescue team.
It's definitely stuck.
All right, I ain't no boat expert, but if you want a chance of moving this ship, you're gonna need to make it a lot lighter, by tens of thousands of tons at least. Is it going to bend and tear? And sink? No, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. But it also doesn't look like it's going anywhere with all of this weight on the back. Okay, we trust you. What's your plan to make the ship lighter? I know a guy. He's got a crane. I'll get it down here. We'll offload all the containers. It'll be brilliant. You're gonna love it. The container thing again? Yeah, how long is that gonna take? Well, to get them down here and to get all the equipment assembled, we're going to need at least a few
Wet
weeks.
version of Thunderbird.
Yeah, and to get all the containers off the ship, that might take several months.
Months? No, Mr. President, he didn't say months. He said, monks. Those Shaolin guys, they're very strong. Everything's going according to plan.
A furious Rabbi marches in.
Do you have any idea how much these last few days have cost Egypt already? We've had to sell parts of the Sphinx. Look, the nose is gone.
Oh, for fuck's
It's
sake.
looking all messed up. We
For
turned the
fuck's
whole
sake.
country into an e-commerce site. It used to just be called Gypt. Now it's online. Egypt.
Stop.
Remember Tutankhamun?
Stop.
Now it's Tutankhamun. Get it? It's a pun. Get it?
Let's move on, says the
Just
Smith
stop.
guy standing
Just
in for
stop.
the audience. Look, this is by far the best option. Yeah, it's slow and laborious, but it's a guaranteed fix. Or you can carry on doing what you're doing now. You're on what, day 4? How's progress so far? Al-Said wouldn't hear it.
We will continue with the dredging and the tugging. The supermoon will be here soon, and that will save
Supermoon,
us.
shut up!
You are foolish, Al-Said. The legend of the supermoon is just a legend.
I'm
All
so
right, we're on the
tired.
same team here. If you insist on keeping the cargo aboard and just tugging, we've got resources to help.
Smith calls in 2 additional tugboats.
And not just big ones, pretty much the biggest ones you can get. So Smith and the recovery team
It's
have
fucking
figured
bad,
out
I
a sort of
can't.
plan A and plan B. Plan A is to pull the Evergiven free by the supermoon, which is only 2 days away. Now, if that doesn't work, they'll have to go to plan B, which is to offload by crane most of these containers, and that will take months. Watching on impatiently, tapping their feet and looking at their watches very aggressively, is now a queue of 400 vessels waiting to use the canal.
Yeah,
Fresh fruit,
I'm-
thousands of tons, losing its freshness. Medicine,
Yeah.
losing its potency.
After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill.
Wait.
You take the red.
Not to mention,
livestock.
More than a
Wait.
dozen ships have live animals on board.
Mostly sheep and cattle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, after the first day of waiting, my impatient ass would have been like, we're going around, fuck it. I'm so frustrated. If there's any pirates want to square up, let's go. Let's fucking go. Like, I'd be just so done.
Slightly sizzling under an Egyptian sun. The Egyptian government has had to dispatch vets to board these ships to tend to the animals' welfare. A few days ago, when I was a younger man, freight from Asia only cost $8,000 a container. Now it's $12,000. And the impact is being felt by a lot of larger companies. Renault, for example, ran out of some critical components and had to halt assembly at a couple of its plants. Adidas, Nike, IKEA, all saw shortages.
Some of our clients are out of their top-selling SKUs already.
And as tankers queue, oil prices are rising.
Let my people go!
Oh, for
Through
fuck's
the little waterway, please.
sake.
And meanwhile, all across the day, the tugs are trying again and again. Move a little more sand, wait for the next high tide, try again. And as this marches on with the same futility as day one, banking on the supermoon looks like a costlier and costlier gamble.
The fucking supermoon.
Enough of this. Said about 100 ships opting instead to go the long route around Africa, accepting the longer traffic time and piratey risk.
Supermoon cometh.
The supermoon. It's tonight. There's a renewed energy as people scuttle around the area, doing everything they can to prep the ship for the big event. The excavator crew, over the course of the week, has expanded to a team of 11, working double, sometimes triple shifts with only 3 hours a day for sleep. Together with the two dredgers, they have moved 30,000 cubic meters of sand and soil.
Yeah, damn.
For comparison, this is 1 cubic meter, and this is 30,000 cubic meters. And here is what it looks like
Whoa.
next to the Ever Given. That's a lot of sand. Subway sandwich for scale. And it's born
That's
some
not.
results.
No.
Overnight, they managed
That is not
to
the
free
scale.
rudder from the left
Especially
bank.
these days.
And that's a big deal.
You're lucky
because
if you
this
get
rudder was
half
acting as
of
a
what
bit
they
of
usually
anchor in
give
the sand.
before the COVIDs.
Now free, the stern bobs around with the motion of the water. Great stuff. Meanwhile, the crew is doing everything it can to lighten the weight of the ship. That includes making a second plea for the ballast water to be ejected. Oh please, the Smith guy's already tinkled in there.
We just can't do it. It would destroy the ecosystem of Egypt. Please, 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 please.
All right. Biodiversity. Let 1,000 algae bloom. Nice work. That'll make the ship 9,000 tons lighter, Kenthy.
The water's so bright, I can barely see it coming out of the ship. Here, take these.
No.
I don't deserve them.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sunglasses are for people who redeem
For
themselves.
fuck's sake.
That's not me.
Seriously.
Hold on to them, just in case.
Into the evening, the pace keeps up. We see Abdullah excavating away. But really, he's thinking about the moon. Rabbi,
This fucking
he's busy
supermoon,
taking
I
video
swear.
calls. But he finds himself distracted with thoughts of the moon. Even Mr. Kaisha.
God, stop
Is
it.
there anything in this world that doesn't remind me?
That fucking Sailor Moon.
More breaking news from the Suez Canal problem. Ever Giver is stuck in the Suez Canal still. It's been almost a week. A tugboat should be able to move Ever Giver's big ass. This is Nana Star's news channel.
The full moon shone brightly that night, kissing the nape of the canal's neck with its
Gravity lips.
Gravity lips. Oh my god.
The canal liked it.
Stop it.
And spoiling the romance of the moment is a big fleet of tugboats, watching on voyeuristically. They are 17 in total, with just a bit over 1,600 tons of bollard pull. And here's how they're arranged around the Ever Given. Of the four most powerful tugs, 2 go at the front and 2 go at the back. They'll be pulling. Another 6 tugs are put on the flanks. 2 over here, 4 over here. They'll be pushing. The remaining tugs are fueled and ready on the sidelines, waiting for their chance to sub in. Positioned like this, when the word is given, all these ships are going to try and turn the Ever Given anti-clockwise. Looks great, guys! Do you think that this is gonna... I believe in the supermoon. This is better work. The guy with the ruler down by the shoreline yells out, "The tide has hit its peak!" El Sayed commands over the radio. Start main engines.
By the power of
Tension
Supermoon.
on. Full ahead. The tugs start moving. They carve through the water with ease. The immense power from the tugs meet the resistance of the Ever Given. It was at this point that the narrator said something really poetic. Stuff about the night. About how the ships were like dances on the water. For juxtaposition, we cut away to that crab again, which everybody hated. It's like a metaphor if you think about it. The tugs are sliding to the left. They're sliding to the right. It's not working! Diesel fumes fill the air as the tugs keep increasing their power. The water violently foams behind the tugs. Everyone is staring at the back of that ship. Come on. Move. This goes on for minutes. More minutes. Even more minutes. An hour. 2. 4 hours. By 4:30 a.m., the moon's power is starting to wane, and there is very little progress. Don't give up. Tide only goes down so that we can rise once again.
Fucking hell,
Your moon
shut
gambit
up.
has cost Egypt dearly, El Sayed. Guards, prepare the sarcophagus with the beetles, like in the... What the hell is that? Under the water, all of this tugging has loosened the sand, the soil, the rock. Could it be? The sound of metal tensing and flexing. The ship is beginning to move. It is coming free from the bank.
Oh my
The
god.
supermoon gives one last howl.
Shut up. This fucking
It
Supermoon.
worked.
Shut up.
They pulled the ship from the bank. At the back, at least. Now, the bow is still wedged in there pretty good, but this is progress. We're halfway to freedom. Keep going. So they did, all morning.
What the fuck is happening? Stop.
7:30 a.m. The sun is rising. The tugs have been pulling all night, but the most difficult task, freeing the bow of the ship, remains beyond them. Well, I guess even the moon has its limits. I don't want to hear it, El Sayed. It wasn't enough. That bow is still stuck. No, Mr. President. They're not saying that the bow is still stuck. They're saying, take a bow, and then something else that rhymes with stuck. They were loading up the missiles for Plan B,
For
as the
fuck's
guys
sake.
on social media suggested. I lied about the crane thing. This was always the plan, says the Smith guys. You know what, Canterville? I agree. They should just blow us up. What? My career is over now, too. You're the guy who blocked the canal, and I'm the guy who couldn't get it cleared. We've brought instability to the Middle East. But enough, Canterville. I raised your hopes with moon-based promises. But look at the tide. It's low. Low tide. And yet, I am lower still.
Oh my fucking
Canterville
god.
looks pensively out the window. And it was at that moment that he had his character arc.
Not the character arc.
He
Shut the
realized that
fuck
he was
up.
the captain. And the captain is always in charge. Shut up, El Said. We shall continue, regardless of the tide. Is that not the Egyptian way? Don't you remember the story, El Said? That every young Egyptian kid is told about the human pyramid? No. Where there's one guy at the bottom who gives up and we all fall down? Heck, it ain't a triangle if you don't try.
That had to
We
have
need to
hurt.
be strong.
Like, that had to have hurt.
Together. Like a pyramid. It's what Giza would have wanted. You're right, damn it. Thank you, Canterville.
This is
That's
so
the most
fucking-
inspirational speech I've ever heard in my life.
No.
I'll never lose my faith again. And even though you're kind of the worst captain I've ever seen, you're still the best.
Damn.
Friend.
Oh my god. Get out of here. Leave. Go on. This fucking... Can we not?
So they pressed on all morning, enthusiastically and vigorously tugging away, beating off the fatigue,
No.
but to no progress.
Rephrase
Okay,
that
everyone,
right now.
Take a break. Copy. We'll have lunch and pick up again in a couple of hours.
Then suddenly, one of the Smith guys comes busting into the room. I've got an idea.
Everybody turns and looks at the Smith guy. All right, well, sorry about the boring diagram, but take a look at this. Remember how we emptied the ballast tanks before?
Yeah, of course. Well, now that the ship is half floating, what if we refilled the ones at the back on this part of the diagram, where the ship is almost floating? That way, it will sink lower here and allow the bow to sit up even higher on the bank.
Canterville gives El Said a knowing nod. I got this. I know a guy who owes me a favor.
What the fuck?
Please.
A few hours later, the ballast tanks were filled. And it worked. The bow lifted ever so slightly.
It's working, it's working.
And it gets better. It's now 2 p.m., and that means high tide.
Guys, I've got another technical issue. All right, what is it? It's easier if I show you with a drone.
What now? What the fuck?
You can see the ship is lodged at the front.
Not the fucking Subway sandwich. Can we let it go?
However, a lot of force is building up here. And what if it were to break free? The sudden release could propel the ship straight across the water with a hell of a lot of momentum. It could span the entire canal and land on the opposite bank, only to run aground again. Worse still, it could pin these small tugs in its wake.
I can't. No! Don't be wasting food in this economy.
To solve this
What's wrong
problem,
with
they
you?
did a bit of a safety briefing, and they got some rope. 4 ropes, actually, tying the bow of the ship to somewhere on the land. The lines look great, guys. With the contingency in place, the tugs start up again. And about an hour later, at 3:05 p.m., movement.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's definitely moving. This is it. It's working. The ship made a big noise as it accelerated from the bank. And at first, excitement and relief.
The bow was coming free.
But uh-oh. Remember that concern about the overswing? Well, it's happening. Okay, the only source we found for this part of the story was Bloomberg, but they said that it happened and we wanted to build it. So this recreation is how we imagine it went. The 4 support ropes take strain. Then, snap. One of them breaks. Do you think it's gonna hold? I think it's gonna hold. Move those tugs out of the way.
Snap. Another rope breaks.
Captain El Said. It's gonna hold. Get your tug out of the way, but it's gonna hold.
Snap. A third rope breaks.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
Vroom vroom, bitches.
A single strand is the only thing holding this ship from swinging all the way to the other bank and being stuck
forever. Without even realizing, Canterville grabs Al Said's hand
Oh,
and
for fuck's
squeezes it
sake.
tight.
For
It's
fuck's
gonna
sake.
hold. You're a madman, Canterville. Mad, passionate about this canal, and I ain't afraid of nothing. He
sake.
said very cold backerdly. The engine's shut off. All that could be heard is the squeak of tightening rope and the scream of torsioning metal. Sacre bleu, said Abdullah, but it is slowing down. It comes to a halt. The final rope held. They really did it. And the
The drama.
Ever Given rested easy in the
The
middle
drama
of the canal.
of it all.
Al Said turns to Canterville. Power up the engines. Let's get your ship moving again. I'm on it, says Canterville.
Yeah,
All of
get the
tugboats
fuck
start
out of the
honking
way.
their horns in celebration.
Finally.
Cheers can be heard from the main dredger, the Mashour. In fact, they filmed this celebratory video. You heard them right, Mr. President. We did it. We did it. It's free. I told you.
All in a day's work.
It was more than a day, but
The president takes his finger off the nuke button. Pack it up, boys.
don't get to blow shit up this time.
I can't believe it. All that digging really must have made a difference. I just... Oh.
Whoops.
Good. Everybody hated that crab.
What
We
the
did
fuck?
it, Gene. We did it. Gene? Where are you? Captain, who are you talking to? Gene! Captain, there's no Gene on board.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Fuck off.
No, it's impossible. Gene, wait. Thank you. I'll always remember you, Canterville.
Stop it.
And so the canal was clear once again, and...
So stupid.
Chop, chop! You still got work to do. By 8 p.m., the workday had not finished for the Suez Canal Authority. There's still a backlog of 400 ships waiting to go through the canal.
God damn.
So Rabbi stands in front of microphones and says, "The canal will be operating around the clock until the queue is cleared." And within a few days, it returned to normal. It was a big accomplishment. Many industry experts thought it would take several months to free the Ever Given, but the crisis was resolved within a mere week. Prepare the sarcophagus for the doubters. Even Egypt's president came out and said, "Good job, everybody. You know what? Pizza lunch." And the Suez Canal Authority held a ceremony in honor of the workers who helped to free the
It's like, here,
And they also made this monument.
congratulations on all the hard work and dedication. Here's a pizza. Everyone take one slice only.
Which you can see on Google Maps.
Conditions
But the
apply.
story doesn't end here. A quick note on the helmsman's penis. Now you, me, and everyone in the press saw that VDR data.
Fragwürdigen Penismanöver genutzt.
But despite how realistic and to scale it was, it was not deliberate. Yes, sheer coincidence. If you watch the VDR data, he really is just dodging the ships, and that's the shape that the path took. So we didn't
Likely
get in
story.
any trouble.
Likely story. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Likely
but one more smaller
story.
detail. Now that the Ever Given is free, what's going to happen to it? And what's going to happen to the crew? Well, the Ever Given was tugged over to Great Bitter Lake, where they determined that the ship was seaworthy and not in any urgent need of repair. But it's also going to be impounded. Oh no. Hey, there's, like, police boats outside. Why? What did you do?
You're under
The ship and
arrest.
its crew is now subject to the indefinite detention by the authority of the Egyptian government.
Until you pay us, the Ever Given may not leave, says the Suez Canal Authority.
Yes,
Damn.
we will be holding on to the Ever Given. It's our view that there was no wrongdoing on the part of the Suez Canal Authority or its 2 pilots, and it was all the crew of the Ever Given. So their ship will
Wait
be
a
held until the
minute.
parent company agrees to rightfully pay us for all of the costs incurred.
Wait a minute.
Ruh-roh. Now here's where things get very complicated, and there is a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo.
Ew.
But the crux is this. The Suez Canal Authority says, "Dear Ever Given owners, you owe us $900 million.
Holy
And
shit.
Shoei Kisan-Kaisha says, "No way. How many yen is that? No way." So by April
No.
13th, some of the crew is allowed to leave, but a lot of them have to stay. And there's a certain nervousness in the air. Large legal battles can go on for a while, and there was already a bad example of this just a few dozen kilometers away. The MV Aman.
Oh, the one from earlier.
The MV Aman is a much smaller vessel, and it has been abandoned for years, detained by the Egyptian government in 2017 for expired safety equipment. Now, they were told to replace the equipment and pay a fine. However, there was no one to replace the safety equipment or to pay the fine because the shipping company went broke.
$900 reduce.
So they just abandoned the vessel. There was no way for the legal situation to advance. And that meant that there was no way for the ship to be released. Most of the crew had to stay on the ship, and they would keep them there for more than a little while. 13 months before the judge finally decided, all right, look, just leave the keys with one guy. We'll call him the custodian, and everybody else can go home. Now, that custodian was a Syrian man named Muhammad Aisha.
Damn.
Look, he's holding the keys. He's holding the keys. You have to stay on the ship now. Everybody else got to leave, but he had to stay.
That would fucking.
On top of the 13 months
Oh
he'd
my
already
god.
been there, he spent the next 3 years aboard the ship.
Fuck
Quickly,
that.
The ship ran out of fuel, which meant it ran out of power, which meant it ran out of running water. No refrigeration either.
The way I would
Food
quit
ran
on
out.
the spot
Every
when they
few
try to
days,
hand me
Mr.
that key.
Aisha would be allowed to swim onto the shore to get food, water, charge his phone, but he was only permitted for about 2 hours until they would tell him to scoot.
Wow.
Would this be the same fate for the Ever Given crew?
That's
They did
fucked
not
up in
know.
so many ways.
But we do, so let me tell you. A few more weeks passed.
Like, he's basically a
and the
prisoner.
negotiations
Like-
continued. You guys had those 2 bickering pilots. Yeah, but the captain's always in charge. Sorry, who didn't arrange for tugboats while we were going through the canal? Oh, that was you guys. I'm gonna put 20,000 containers on one of the largest ships in the world and go double the speed limit, then complain about tugboats. But eventually, they all got together in a big room, and they went, "I'm sorry about all those things I said and those
Oh, for
emails I
fuck's
sent.
sake.
I didn't mean it. I was tough on you as well." They embraced.
This is
They
not.
made amends.
This is not.
They made love.
They.
And they agreed. All right.
Thanks for
you
the
can keep
disclaimer,
using
because
the
we
canal,
totally.
But sometimes
We
get
totally
to
would have
go
believed
fishing
that.
on the boat. That's fair. That's tough, but that's fair. They shook on it. It was an Egyptian handshake. They do the thing with the elbow.
Stop it. Stop
It
it.
was a mummy.
Stop it. Stop. Get out.
This story sucks. By September, the crew was allowed to return home. They only got MV Aman a little bit. And that guy on the MV Aman, he got to go home too. Why not? Get out of here, you scamp. The Ever Given made its delivery to Rotterdam.
Did he at least get a pizza
They did.
party?
All the cargo is here.
Because I'm doubting he got paid.
Although, it wouldn't hurt to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Canterville continued his career in shipping. It wasn't the end. Maybe just one more for the road. It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain. I can tell you that much.
Al Said returned the Lunexicon back to the Sphinx. Thank you, old friend.
Fucking supermoon shit. I can't.
And the Ever Given had some minor repairs done to the bow over in
Some minor.
Qingdao Port in China. And then she was ready to set sail again. The Ever Given was released back into the wild. It sailed into the sunset. Ever since then, global trade has improved. Prices have gone down. The economy flourished once again.
No, it really hasn't.
Food returned to the supermarkets.
Like, no.
Mothers clutched their babes.
What does that
A
have to...
litter of puppies.
Okay. Is it puppies?
And peace was
Stop
finally
it.
restored
No.
to
The
the
way...
Middle East.
The way this is blatantly untrue. God damn.
End.
This... No.
Thanks again to Salee.
Oh,
The easy way
my
to get
eyeballs.
data on your phone when you're
Right.
overseas. And 15% off? Now that's a good deal.
Oh my god, that was a journey and a half. Jesus. Jabus. Jabus. That was a lot. I remember when this happened, but I just remember the memes and shit mostly, so I didn't know all the details. But my god. That was a fucking lot. It was so it was like a fucking, as I said, domino effect of just shit after shit. God damn it.